Alright, this is going to be a real quick video on the E38 on how to remove your rear antenna thingy. As you can see, mine's slightly damaged. It was broken during the winter months. When it was snowy one day, I hit it with a scraper and busted the top antenna off. So since that's for cell phone use only, I'm going to show you how to remove it. A couple things you'll need. A heat gun. Some fishing line. A plastic narrow scraper. A plastic large scraper. A spray bottle of water, and screwdriver. And we may either go wire cutters or heat gun. I'll let you know in a second on how we want to go and get rid of that wire. But first things first, I'll set it up and I'll show you what we got going on. So we're going to have this thing propped up in the super hot position, and then we're going to heat the bottom of this guy until we get nice and melty. If you have another person here, that would help, because you can have somebody with the fishing line put it underneath there, move back and forth in a sawing-like motion while you apply heat. Since I don't have that luxury, I'll have to do it myself, so that's how that gets done. Alright, after you heated it up a long time with the seesaw motion, you can only get so far, and my heat gun actually broke. I'm assuming that's what broke the fishing line, because it's a pretty thick fishing line. So I reckon the heat from that guy broke that, as it was applying significant heat to this. So after that happened, I used my narrow guy to continue pushing down in there. That got kind of wiggly, so then we got this big dude, and then was able to pop it clean off. Now, once underneath, I went ahead and already took these out. There's a bunch of little screws. And I used a Phillips. This is a number 1. Phillips number 1. To get all these little screws out. Let's go back over the heat gun and get some of the sole survivors there. But once you do that, you can get the plastical guy off. Won't need him. And now here's what we got. We got this wire that's soldered to this. So, I could just desolder it. Or I could cut it with some dealios. I think I'll just heat gun it. I mean, I'm really never going to use this again. Maybe I can... No, you know what? I'll heat gun it. I'm going to heat gun this and then we'll be back. That'll melt the solder. My soldering iron's inside. I don't feel like heating that up. So we'll just use the heat gun. Alright, that was easy. So we heated her up, the heat gun, max, and then I used this straight screwdriver to kind of get in there and pry it off, pop it out of the off the solder joint there. So now we can just fish it through here and we'll tuck it back in here. Alright, so daylight's faded, but we got most of that scratched off there. I should be able to do the rest tomorrow during the day when I wash the car. I'll get some adhesive remover, and then over here we got that tucked in, wires down in there, and then that's just kind of not folded over where it needs to be from time. I don't think that's going to cause a leak, but I might silicone it up when it's not going to rain, just in case. And I'm definitely going to need to wax this thing. Look at how like the color is on the old paint, and then look how like in focus everything gets when you get to that paint that's covered up. But so that's it for the short video. We're going to get that done, 100% cleaned off, and I already had all this stuff out mostly. I just kind of did this as an afterthought because I was actually scraping off the remnants of my old magnet because we had an issue with that, and we'll explain that in the next video. And to give you a preview of the next magnet, I'll give you a little teaser on that. And for everybody wanting to restore this thing, if you really felt compelled to do so, here's your part number and such on it. But I removed it with the intention of never putting it back on. But that's it if you want it. If you wanted to replace it, I do believe they still sell those. And this is going to be the new magnet going on the E38. You'll get a better look of that roof magnet in the daylight once I put it on. But that's just a teaser for now. So hope you enjoyed the video. Hope that'll help you remove your old antennas if you want to or need to, like me. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace. And rather than do a new video, I'll just tack on this new magnet to the end of this one. As you can see here, I have installed a new magnet over the sunscreen, the sunroof. The reason for that is the old one actually blew off on me when I was driving about 80 miles an hour one day on the highway. Blew off, boom, gone. That was mostly my fault. It was getting kind of dirty under there. I hadn't pulled it off to clean it, and I think it just lost a grip. In other words, couldn't grip well on the metal. It wasn't that much grippy to begin with because the original one was about 24 inches tall by 40 inches wide. I went ahead and paid $130 for this one. I put the actual BMW emblem on it, taken off the hood of my car. That's where that photo comes from. And this one is significantly bigger. It is now 32 inches tall by 44 inches wide. So it has more square footage of gripping on the magnet now. So that way it should have more clamping force, should not blow off. So that's it for the new magnet. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.